I don't think we can take Gerald Butts at face value. What he's trying to do, though, is saying, sure, we broke a few eggs to make this omelet, but we were doing it to save jobs. But that's the thing. See, the Canadian Criminal Code specifically says that economic matters are not relevant to whether or not you can prosecute a criminal. It's just not how we do things in Canada. Otherwise, we would literally favor any rich person, any big company, and let them off, but just go after the poor people. Think about it. Put that up just for a second. Again, I'm going to read. This is from the Criminal Code. This is on deferred prosecutions. This is what SNC-Lavalin asked for. Look at this. This factors not to consider. It's actually phrased that way. Despite paragraph 2I, if the organization is alleged to have committed an offense under section 304 of the Corruption of Foreign Public Officials Act, the prosecutor must not consider the national economic interest, the potential effect on relations with a state other than Canada, or the identity of the organization or individual involved. Must not. Factors not to consider. So this whole jobs argument, that's specifically not allowed in a consideration to drop charges. Otherwise, every big company could simply break the law all the time and say, yeah, really wish you could prosecute us, but you see, we got a lot of people working here. Let's watch some more clips.
It was not about second-guessing the decision. It was about ensuring that the Attorney General was making her decision with the absolute best evidence possible. Fresh in our minds was a recent Federal Court of Appeal decision that had found that the government had not concluded consultation sufficiently in connection with the TMX pipeline.
The TMX pipeline is the Trans Mountain Expansion Pipeline, a, $15 billion, $15 billion project that would double the amount of oil shipped from Alberta to BC. That actually is a jobs project that the Liberals shut down along with all the other pipelines. To pretend that the Liberals care about jobs is a bit of a joke. But you see his excuse there. He said, well, we had to really think about it. Jody Wilson-Raybould wasn't thinking about it enough because, you know, we had just been through the Trans Mountain Pipeline project. He's saying that because they were shut down because they didn't consult widely with Aboriginal bands there. That's what the federal court said. They'd better consult widely here, but there's no comparison at all. Consulting with dozens of Indian bands is something that you go out and do, and you either do a good job of it or you don't. But there's no consultation with Indian bands about whether or not SNC-Lavalin paid $48 million worth of bribes in corrupt Libya. They did. There's no question that the Gaddafis stole $120 million as part of this SNC-Lavalin deal. There's no more facts out there. There's no facts that are new. There's no new evidence. To dare to compare the lawful consultations by the Trans Mountain Pipeline to SNC-Lavalin is a trick, a monstrous trick that actually takes advantage of legitimate oil and gas workers and compares them to the pure corruption of Libya a decade ago. There's no new facts. It's outrageous. That's an excerpt from the Ezra Levant show. Every day I do a video monologue and then I interview an interesting guest and then I end by reading my hate mail. But you've got to subscribe to it, which you can do at therebel.media/shows.